Very good evening to you with a Saturday, December 30th edition of the CBC Evening News. I'm Ryan Broom. In our top story, preparations are well underway for All Year's Night celebrations tomorrow. From north to south to east to west, Barbadians and visitors alike are getting ready for the countdown. CBC News checked out some of the stores in Bridgetown to see just what Barbadians are buying to help ring in the new year. First floor manager at Cave Shepherd Broad Street, Alyssa Boyce, says they had been seeing a steady stream of customers with a rush at the end of the week.
Today we've had a steady flow. It was busier yesterday. You saw more traffic yesterday in the men's department, ladies' fashions and shoes, but today is a little slower. We are open tomorrow, 10 till 4, so hopefully we'll like to see some traffic tomorrow.
She says both men and women have been stepping up their game for Old Year's.
For menswear, we're seeing more shiny, glitter, so we see a lot of bow ties of a color, a lot of bold colors, polka dots, paisleys, stripes. You're seeing a lot of people with sports jackets, like satin, polka dot, floral for the men. Ladies, there's a lot of sequins, glitter, a lot of gold is in style, and also shoes, a lot of colorful shoes.
And over at 5th Avenue Fashions, shoppers were looking for more casual Old Year's wear.
It's been steady so far. We're quietly thankful. Not much parties happening, so the flow has been steady nevertheless, and we're thankful, man.
At Abed's in Swan Street, store manager Suzette Lane says it has been a hive of activity.
It has been good for All Year's. All Year's normally generates a lot of traffic because the ladies come out to buy their fabric because everybody wants something that nobody else has. So obviously black and gold and a lot of whites and, you know, the pastel colors that normally surrenders with All Year's night. Oh, the men are into, we have some nice sweats. Yeah, it's a sweat is like a arm-out sweatshirt, and the guys are totally into that. They're wearing just waistcoats and pants, suspenders, a lot of suspenders. The guys are really back into the suspenders.
Well, in just under 24 hours, as we said, Barbadians will join others around the world to usher in a new year, 2018. A CBC team hit the streets earlier today and spoke to some people about their resolutions for the new year.
To work hard, make plenty money, travel the world, and make 2 more trips for this new year finish here. And then next year I'll come back to Barbados.
You know, just do much better than I did this year in everything, financial, marital status-wise, you know, family life, everything. Just, you know, improve.
My New Year's wish is just for a better Barbados and to be a better person to my family and friends.
I had a stroke and a heart attack, right? And after he blessed me, my resolution, right? Keep serving him.
I got everyday resolution for every day of the year. You understand me? To be better and to go forward in life. That's the honest truth.
And now we're going to take a trip over to our neighbors in the Bahamas to see how they have been preparing for our New Year's Eve celebrations.
New Year's Eve is just days away, and of course many of us want to go to a party while some of us are planning a party of our own. Well, we're here at Multi Super Party Center to find out what's on tap if you want to plan that special evening.
We have everything for everybody who wants to plan a party. Okay, we have tiaras, we have hats for the men, we have danglers, decorating kits, what else we have? We have necklaces, tablecloths, balloons, and hats.
And what do you enjoy most about New Year's? How do you plan on spending your New Year's?
I'm going to spend it with my family.
Well, obviously, Anne-Marie has us all prepped and ready for that wonderful New Year's Eve party. And once the partying is done, obviously, many persons move on to Junkanoo on Bay Street.
Junkanoo will be the main feature there, and this is just a reminder of what you don't want to miss. And officials at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture are working to continually improve the parade.
We want, when we look at the crowd, as you've seen over the years, 97% plus of the persons in that audience are Bahamians. And of the remaining 3%, a portion of that is more than likely Bahamians or friends of Bahamians from overseas, and the hotels would indicate that they have a small demand where persons are coming here specifically for John Canoe.
Visitors also shared their New Year's plans with us.
I plan on bringing it in with a fresh start and with friends and family.
Oh, we will definitely be in church for watch night service. We're going to be home for the new year, so we're going to have a family dinner and then go out and celebrate to Disneyland.
Most of us for watch night bring in the new year praying, thanking God for the old year and asking his blessings for the new year.
So whatever your plans are for this New Year's Eve, we just hope that you enjoy and make it a splash into 2018.
Well, we take a pause here, but we return with more news after the break.
How does Omega XL reduce inflammation?
Omega XL is very effective at controlling pain associated with inflammation.
The studies show great results time and time again for people with joint pain.
If you walk around with pain, it's creating damage. Your blood vessels, your kidneys, possibly your brain.
Fight back. Get rid of pain and inflammation with Omega XL.
Get your Omega XL today. Live long, stay strong with Omega XL.
Here in Barbados, high rates of chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis, and the majority of other STI cases are occurring among teenagers and young adults. Many persons with an STI may not have any symptoms, and this may result in it being undiagnosed. Chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis are all caused by bacteria and can be cured with antibiotics. Reduce your risk by being faithful to one partner or limiting the number of partners you're intimate with, knowing your partner's sexual history, and using a latex condom every time you have vaginal, oral, or anal sex. Get tested for STIs at your doctor's office or free at any polyclinic.
Dance with me into the new year. This Old Year's night, join us at Kensington Oval for Q-Dance. Doors open at 8 p.m. Early bird tickets, $30. General tickets, $35. At the door, $40. DJ King, Scorpion, and many more party favors. Dance with me at Q-Dance this Old Year's night.
You can dance, every dance with the guy who gives you the eye, let him hold you tight.
Welcome back. Well, despite recent setbacks on the construction of the controversial Hyatt Centric on Bay Street, Minister of Tourism Richard Seeley is looking forward to its construction. Last week, the courts ruled that social activist David Kamashon could legally challenge the decision by Prime Minister Frundle Stewart in his capacity as minister responsible for town planning to approve construction of the controversial $200 million resort on Bay Street, the city. In response, the tourism minister says while the judge did what she had to do, he looks forward to the developers doing what they have to do.
My understanding is that there's no injunction, there's nothing stopping the work on Hyatt from taking place, and I guess in the fullness of time that will occur.
In other news, after more than 4 decades of dedicated service to the teaching profession, the head of the Erdeston Teachers Training College has retired. And in a retirement function at the Hilton Hotel last night, Ms. Barbara Paris was praised for the great influence she has left, not only on students, but teachers. Lisa Lord reports.
Barbara Paris has been credited with transforming the institution, tasked with training the island's teachers. And after 21 years at the Pine Road facility and a total of more than 40 in the teaching profession, she is retiring. Education Minister Ronald Jones says Mrs. Paris has overseen the training of a significant number of teachers before they entered the system, as well as the introduction of more programs for those already in the classroom.
I remember my first request was, what are you doing with this vast number of untrained teachers in the system? And quick so numbers just start to come into Erdeston, the diploma for primary, diploma, secondary, the 2-year program, what is it you call it, associate degree in education. All of that just took off, and in quick time, Over this 9.5, I believe you train about 1,200 teachers or so. That would be the record.
And the education minister has told Mrs. Paris that she should not get too comfortable, as he will be calling on her to share her knowledge.
Teachers do not retire. We continue to give, even in service organizations, civil society organizations. We continue to give.
Acting principal of Erdeston, Dr. Patricia Saul, has worked with Mrs. Paris for several years. She says the veteran educator possesses an excellent eye for detail, a deep knowledge of all of the civil service regulations, and all the characteristics of a fantastic leader.
We would disagree on issues in meetings, but the next morning she would meet me in the corridor, and it would be, "Hi Pat, how you doing?" That level of maturity to me is the hallmark of a good manager. To be able to disagree agreeably, to be able to separate the issue from the person. These are traits which good managers should possess.
Mrs. Paris says that she could not have completed her journey without the love of her family and very supportive staff.
Colleagues, I thank you for your support and the sharing of your ideas with us. The unions proved to be critical friends. Staff members at Erdeston belong to NUPW, BUT, and BSTU. I learned the ground rules and stuck to them. If I needed any clarification, I could ask any of the union leaders for it. And so my 21 years there were peace and harmony.
Lisa Lord, CBC News.
Thanks, Lisa, and may she have a happy retirement. Well, sports news is just ahead with Damian Best.